Flexibility is an often overlooked aspect of fitness whenever we are looking to get into shape, but it is so important to remain flexible to prevent injury and to increase your results, and mental flexibility is no different. Let's talk about it in today's video. Keisha here of New World Mind and Spirit, and thank you for joining me today for this video. So flexibility training is something that is so important and so dear to my heart whenever we're talking about getting in shape and working on our bodies. And as a pole dance instructor who works at Awakenings Fitness in Manioc, Pennsylvania, I absolutely cannot recommend enough working on your flexibility. Flexibility not only increases your range of motion and decreases the chances of injury, but it also just elongates your body and all the lines that you're working on with your strength training and your cardio. Now, this is where I am going to get a little spiritual. Obviously, it's no secret that I am a huge proponent of acknowledging our spirituality and incorporating them into our everyday lives. And this is no different when it comes to fitness. Whenever we practice flexibility in our bodies, what it often does is it correlates that same flexibility in our mind and our thinking capacity. And this is something that we can really use to reprogram ourselves into approaching a healthy lifestyle and embracing a healthy lifestyle. And there's something in spiritual law called, the law of correspondence, which says, as above, so below, and also as within, so without. And I believe that learning to increase the stretch and increase the flexibility in our bodies also correlates increasing the stretch and increasing the flexibility of allowing this in our lives on a spiritual and emotional level. When it comes to our goals, we naturally tend to put restrictions and limitations upon ourselves. This is just a part of earthly existence. We're not born this way, but as we pick up information from other people, as we, absorb different messages from society, from friends, from, others, both well-meaning and not so well-meaning, we tend to learn that we are not good at this, that we are good at this, that this is something that we can have, and this is something that we can't have. And when that happens, what we're doing actually is limiting ourselves. And fitness is certainly no exception to this. What we want to do is to actually increase what we can allow ourselves to have. We want to increase what is natural and what is normal and what we can do. All spiritual teachings tell us time and time again that everything is one. In other words, you are one already with the desires and the goals that you would like to have. That you are one already with having perfect health, with having a beautiful body, with having that sleek, sexy appearance that you want to have. It is illusion, in fact, that what you want to attain is outside of yourself. Everything is already contained in your spirit. What you have to do is to focus on it, pay attention to it, and step into the identity of having the body that you want to have. Spiritual teachings tell us that you are already one with the goals that you want to have. And the self-limitations that you've placed on yourself are imposed by you. They're illusions that you have bought into. And thus, they're restrictions that you've put on yourself because of the way your mind is working. You have learned to hate what you hate. You have learned to love what you love. And this, of course, applies directly to fitness and to nutrition. Whenever we talk about things that we hate to do, I hate exercise, I don't like to sweat, I hate eating vegetables, I like to eat pizza and donuts, that sort of a thing. This was learned behavior that you learned and that you embraced. And these are limitations that you placed on yourself. Your body naturally wants to move and be healthy and be free of any excess weight that is not serving it. Your body naturally wants to crave the foods and the natural alkaline nutrients that are going to help it perform better. But what has happened is that instead you have learned to move away from this ideal. You've learned actually to be less natural in your inclinations, in your cravings, and in your desires. And it is completely 110% possible to unlearn those things and to actually program yourself to embrace what is going to feed you and what is going to give you life. And it requires a flexibility of change. It requires the flexibility of allowing yourself to have these things. Stretch your mind, and what you will find is you will most easily reach your horizons and reach the goals that you want to achieve. You can learn anything. And if there's nothing else that you take away from this video, it is just that. You can learn anything. You can learn to embrace exercise. You can learn to embrace nutrition. And the secret to success is not in the next diet and forcing yourself to do things, but it's actually in stretching your mind and being more flexible with what is possible for you. Really push the boundaries of what you think is possible, which includes loving the things that you now hate. You know, once you push the boundaries of what is possible for you, this is when you will find that you are going to hit those goals that may have eluded you for so long. So what are 3 ways that you can actually practice mental flexibility to achieve your weight loss and fitness goals? Well, the first one is to actually practice flexibility in your body, as crazy as that sounds. As someone who myself works on flexibility a lot, the surprising thing that I actually find in my own flexibility practice is that it actually helps me to increase flexibility in my mind, increase flexibilities in my life, and it helps me to push and stretch past limitations that come up to me in work and in life and with other challenges. So I highly recommend that you actually work on increasing your own flexibility. Number 2 is to ask yourself, what are your limitations and boundaries when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to getting in shape? What is keeping you from attaining your goals? And once you've named that, I want you to then ask, is this something that you are placing on yourself? Are you the person who actually has orchestrated that boundary, who has put up that fence? For example, saying, you know, I just can't seem to exercise no matter what. I just really can't get into it. I don't like it. I'm not an exercise person. I'm not a sweat type of person. Who has labeled you as such? Why do you have that label of yourself? And the thing is, you have more likely than not agreed that this is the type of person that you are. You've agreed that this is something that fits you, that likes you, and that likes your lifestyle. And because of that, this is a self-imposed limitation. So what I really want you to do is think about the limitation and the boundaries that you have placed on yourself and look them dead in the eye and just accept and acknowledge the ownership that you have created your own limitation. And once you know that you've created your own limitation, you can then uncreate it and learn to unlearn it and have the opposite be true. This is possible. Your brain is constantly learning, but it can only learn when you stretch it, when you push the boundaries, and when you actually are going to, with repetition, tell it the opposite things. And number 3 is to try hypnosis. Hypnosis is an amazing tool for learning to rewire the way you think, for learning to rewire what you have always been wanting to do as far as habits, as far as thinking patterns. And it is an amazing tool that can absolutely help you to really dismantle your own self-imposed limitations and instead expand your ability to really reach your goals and make it so much easier than you ever thought it could possibly be. So if you would like to try hypnosis, definitely reach out to me today to get a free consultation and just see what hypnosis can really do for you. You might be really surprised at the results that you can get from this wonderful practice. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, for watching this video, and just be well and take care and have fun and enjoy the rest of your summer. Take care.